Hi, my name is Dennis Smiley, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm going to be your instructor for Intro to Lessons. So what follows are the rules for lessons. And I'll just go over a bunch of them for you. So, rule number 1, and I'm gonna eat while I'm doing this because I'm hungry, so bear with me while I open my chips, my first bag of chips. So, rules. Okay, rules. So the reason there is some rules is because A, I've had issues in the past, and B, I want to prevent issues. So I had to make some rules so that I wasn't taken advantage of. I'm pretty much offering free classes, and all you gotta do is possibly pay for a book. So I don't want to get taken advantage of. So to prevent that, I've made some rules. Rule number 1. Show me that you are using the material we go over, or that you're making an effort to use the material we go over. If you decide not to use it, I don't care what you use it for, a job or just for fun, but use it and practice it. If you are not doing that, then I'm gonna just quit teaching you and give up. I want you to learn and I'd like you to, but you have to make the choice if you're going to or not. So, that's so that I don't get taken advantage of. Because if you don't use the material, then what am I teaching it to you for? Now, you can tell me if the material's not useful, and I will adjust the material so that it is useful, because I want it to be beneficial to you. Rule number 2. When you're scheduled to meet me. Now we're going to be doing it over Discord from now on. But unless you need to learn how to use Discord and you are in this town or whatever and can come over and learn to use it in person. But I'm gonna be available pretty much 24/7 on Discord. So use that to help yourself and to join the meetings. Now, meetings are mandatory for most classes. However, we will work out what meeting works for you, and we'll have things at specific times that work for you. But if you can't come to a meeting, the first meeting is absolutely mandatory. If you don't come to that, we're gonna quit. And I'm assuming you've gotten past that point. But if we are needing to do another meeting, and you can't make it, if I can't make it, I'll do the same. But if you can't make it, message me on Discord on the channel for the goal that we are working on. So for instance, if we're working on the goal of learning C++, and you need to cancel the next meeting and reschedule it, then message me on the C++ text channel. Okay. That should be it for rules. So second of all is whether or not about access to the materials. So sometimes for certain classes you may be required to purchase your own book at certain times. The lessons are free, but you may have to purchase your own book. I will keep that to a minimum, I promise. But sometimes, so that we can do quality teaching, we need another book. So, yeah. And I'll generally read the books to you because I'm so good at that. There won't generally be a bunch of reading or anything, but not always. Now, you're going to have access to your own computer, laptop or not, doesn't matter at this point, but you're going to have access to your own computer. And you're gonna have access to a computer for the material we're learning. Second, you're gonna have an internet connection and access to the Discord website through or the Discord app or whatever for online meetings. Third of all, on your computer, you're going to want to be able to install programs. Any program you need to. And then, now, if you're the first person and you know who you are, we'll design the material around whatever computers you got. But, yeah. Oh, excuse me. So, now, as far as access to the materials, you'll also need to have access to the book if we need one for the course you're taking. And then, yeah, that about sums it up for access to. Oh, yeah, one more thing. You'll need access to be able to save files. And you'll need access to the LMS which you're using now if you've got the video. Now, that sums it up pretty much for access to materials. Now, next will be, let's see, what have we covered? We've covered rules and we've covered access to materials. Oh yeah, we're gonna cover assumptions now. So I'm assuming a few things so that you can do these courses. The very first thing I'm assuming is that you're able to access a computer for Discord or phone or whatever. And the second thing I'm assuming is that you're able to access this LMS website. And I am assuming that you have the skills already to do both those things, or that you can meet with me and learn how to use Discord, but you have enough skills that you're going to be able to independently use the LMS as soon as... Now, I'll go over how to work it, but you're going to need to work it by yourself in order to do these things. And then the last thing I'm assuming is that, okay, sorry, not second to last, I'm assuming that you have basic computer skills of some sort, but just very basic ones. And then, like you can open a file and open a web browser and view this website and talk on Discord. And then lastly, and keyboarding skills as well. And lastly, I'm assuming that you either know how to read or you know how to read well enough to figure it out how to do things. I'm not assuming any good writing skills for submitting assignments. They'll all be typed or written or whatever. So I'm not assuming good writing skills, just enough reading skills. But I'm not assuming perfect reading skills or a high level, just high enough to complete tasks. And then I am not assuming... Oh, yeah, and then I am not assuming that you... Okay, yeah, I'm not assuming that you have good math skills, because when it's necessary, we'll work on math. But I'm assuming you can do basic math, of just a little bit, like you have a basic understanding of what it means to add and subtract and count numbers. But that's pretty much it for assumptions. Okay, give it a try.